We are so excited. We have been looking forward to you coming in. Benson Boone is in the studio with
What's up, everybody?
John does a New Music Friday segment on our show, and he really introduced our audience to you back with Sugar Sweet.
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Banger.
bless your heart,
Absolute
man.
banger.
I really like that song.
I remember you came in here and you did a private performance in our little lounge down there, and I just remember hearing your story, and I was like, this is the craziest story. That, like, it was like a battle of the bands that you just happened to decide you're able to sing in. Like, you didn't grow up singing, right?
No. Yeah, I kind of grew up more of like a sports outdoors kind of vibe, and I thought that's like where my life would go. Yeah, and then like senior year of high school, a battle of the bands. Like, long story short, I was gonna play the piano for someone, for a band, and then their singer quit, so I just gave it a shot, and like that's kind of when I figured out I could like sing.
That is
you know?
the most wild story to me. Like, I have been singing in my car my whole life. I can't even come close to that. Like, what do you mean, dude? How are you just blessed with that?
Dude, I don't know.
It's just
Did you
the way it
ever
is.
sing in public before? Like, did people tell you had a good voice, you could carry a tune?
No, like, and I would sing in the shower, and I know like my sisters could hear me and my parents could hear me, and like it must have like really never sounded good, like really not, because like more of the time it would be like, hey, quiet down, instead of like, hey, your voice is good.
Okay.
So I never like singing isn't something I ever thought I could really do, and especially like anything I thought I would pursue or like really try to
do.
make a
Right,
career
which is
out of.
crazy, because when Beautiful Things came out, like, I brought that up on New Music Friday too, and I just remember like even saying out loud, I was like, this is the craziest song I'm gonna hear all year. Like, this is such a wild song. I was so hyped on it, but my only gripe is this is an impossible song to sing along to.
Dude,
I sound terrible singing this song.
so
Everyone
funny.
does.
It's before this song came out, I was in the car. I have like 6 core best friends, like 6 guys that are just like my ride or dies.
Yeah.
And we were all in the car, and we were on like a little road trip down to San Diego, and I played Beautiful Things because like sometimes I'll show them, you know, songs that haven't come out yet, and they'd listened to it a couple times, so they knew the chorus. Dude, I'll tell you,
Yeah.
not all of us can
No.
sing. Not all of us.
It's like crazy you were on American Idol, because this is one of those songs that if someone was on American Idol and they're like, oh, I'm going to sing Beautiful Things, Benson Boone, I'd go, okay, hold on. You know, it's like when someone says they're going to sing Adele or Dream On or something. Like, this is one of those songs. Like, good luck Kelly Clarkson if she's going to cover this one, you know?
But like, that's the thing. Like, if someone, there are so many good singers. Like, if someone did like nail it, like they would really nail it and crush it. So I would be very like, I would be really excited to hear like that on a show. I would be very curious how that would go.
Yeah, me too.
John mentioned American Idol. For people that don't know your story, so you auditioned back in 2021, around there?
So around there.
Yeah, and then you decided to leave the competition.
Yeah, it was during COVID, and like the peak of COVID, and I think like, I've never watched American Idol before that, so like I didn't know much about it, but like they reached out to like people to be on the show, I think that time, and that was like right when I had started making singing videos, and so they were like, hey, do you want to try American Idol? And I was like, sure, I will give it a shot. And like after being there, and like everybody was great, don't have anything bad to say, just like wasn't my vibe. And I didn't even I didn't know if I wanted to do music. I just thought it was like a fun thing I had kind of just discovered, and so I was like playing around with it. So I also didn't want to, like, if I ended up going far on the show, I didn't want to be there and be like, well, I don't want to do music, so why am I here? Like, I just didn't feel like I deserved to be there, really. So I stepped away to kind of figure out if I want to actually do it, and that's when I started writing like my own music, and the first song I wrote was Ghost Town, and so I just ended up teasing that on social media, and like that's kind of where everything started.
And now with TikTok and Beautiful Things, it's huge. It is a massive song. Is there a point that you can think of when you've thought like, okay, this is the time, this is that moment where this song is going viral? Like, can you pinpoint it? to a time?
Honestly, it happened so slowly that like there wasn't one time where I was like, oh yeah, she's gonna take off.
Mm-hmm.
It was like the song debuted at number 16, and that's the highest I've ever been. Like that was like I was so excited. Like could not believe my eyes. I was in the top 20. Like literally almost cried. I like called my mom. I was like, Mom, we're in the top 20. This is the craziest thing. I was like so stoked. And then like the next couple days, it kind of went down and down and down to like 25, 26, 27, 28. And I thought 16 was the best we'd get. And so like even that, I was like, that's the most viral moment I've ever had. And then the next week, it just went like to number 1. And like genuinely, I still don't think I fully can like process that. Like truly 0% of me was expecting that. Like it actually blew my mind.
It's still taking over my feed.
What is the coolest thing that you can think of that's happened since that song has had its moment? Because I feel like, I mean, you've been blowing up since before then, but this is just an entirely new caliber, right? You have like a number 1 hit song. What's the coolest thing that's happened because of Beautiful Things?
Lana Del Rey posted on her story yesterday her singing Beautiful Things.
Jeez.
And I nearly wet myself. Yeah, that was for sure like a pinnacle moment
I bet.
in my life.
Yeah.
I love Lana Del Rey. Her music's fantabulous. Her voice is incredible. I think I meant to say fabulous and fantastic.
No, I enjoyed it. Yeah.
Fantabulous. Yeah.
I feel like that could take off.
That could
that
take
word.
off. Yeah.
So she did the song
take off.
justice, though. This is one of the covers that like did well, and you were like, "Dang, that's awesome."
Yeah. It was just like little things like that to me are like I think the coolest thing.
Yeah.
And I will say I went. I've never been to an NBA game before until last week, and I went to a Lakers game, and someone got me courtside tickets.
Oh wow.
And genuinely, I have never smiled for so long in my life. I was sitting there, like MGK was across from me with Trippie Redd, and I was like, I actually just could not believe it. I was
a
like
movie
on
experience.
top of the world. I was trying not to cheer for both teams because I was just so excited
Just happy
to be there. Like
Yeah.
genuinely the coolest moment of my whole life.
Were you on the Jumbotron?
I was.
Oh,
No
that's
way.
delightful.
Dude, I have I have a video on the Jumbotron, like on my phone, because I asked them if they could send it to me.
Oh.
Like, I didn't even know what to do. I was just like smiling at the camera, like
Yeah,
the whole
what else
time.
you gonna do?
I was so shocked. Yeah. Anyway, that was like the coolest thing.
Dang, I can't even imagine. That is so sick.
Back to your family. You have sisters. You have 4 sisters.
4, yeah.
So I'm all girls in my family. I have 2 younger sisters. So you the only brother?
Mm-hmm.
What are the best things and what is the worst thing about growing up surrounded by sisters?
That's a great question. I would say the best thing is like, I don't know, something like definitely changes you, like being surrounded by, girls 24/7, like not in like some crazy way where like, I understand woman now. No, like I really
Right.
don't. I never will. And I don't expect to, but like I feel like I'm definitely more emotional and like aware of other people's emotions and my emotions, and it helps my songwriting and what I do because I like want to be vulnerable with my music, and so they just kind of have helped me a lot with like who I am and like what I pay attention to.
That's great.
But also, it was like really helpful for dates and like,
Yeah.
that was always great. But the worst thing,
Maybe there's not a bad thing.
honestly, okay. Some people would say this is the worst thing. I think this is actually another plus to me. I like at first like never. They always like my sisters loved the Barbie movies. Really loved those movies. And like I would be like like I'm a dude. Like I'm not gonna watch these. When like actually low key, I was super into those
They're
movies.
good.
They're really good.
The storylines are
the
amazing.
plot, the storyline, bro. The animation is crazy.
I think there was a
Crazy.
trend on TikTok. I think it was called like Girl Brothers, and it was the difference between dating someone that has sisters, like a guy that has sisters,
Yeah.
compared to a guy who doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think to your point, like I remember I related to a lot of that because I don't admit this a lot, but like I played with Barbies with my sister growing up.
Dude.
You know, like I was
And-
like,
and,
this
like,
is sick.
Those are some of the best times of my life.
Yeah.
Like, although the limbs didn't move that much, like you
Yeah.
could only move them from the shoulders and the thighs. Like,
Right.
I still played with them.
Yeah.
Polly Pockets too.
Okay. Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
Yes.
we were all into that. But probably like the one downside, which actually for another reason like ended up being an upside, is like I just like didn't have anyone to wrestle. You know?
Oh.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
but I had this best friend growing up. His name is Eric. We met, like, our parents are best friends. Like, I was introduced to Eric before I could even speak. Like, we were like 6 months old. And so he has 5 sisters. So we both are just like no brothers. So him and I, like, that's who I wrestled. Like, him and I would just hit each other with sticks and like go climb trees and dig holes in the dirt. Like,
Get that brotherly love.
yeah. So like, yes, I you know, didn't have that with my sisters, but like also it made my relationship with Eric like something that, you know, I'll be best friends with him till I die.
That's probably the reason you have a firm handshake. I noticed that when you came in. And right before you came in, someone was like, oh, Benson's on his way. Like, he'll be in the studio in just a minute. He's got a firm shake, though. Like,
No
be
way.
ready.
Yeah.
He's got a sick,
Yeah.
firm shake. And I was like, dude, I love this guy.
That's hilarious. I did not. Wow. They said that.
That was the only thing that they said about you. That's
Yeah.
like my first impression of you is he's got a firm shake.
You know something about that Benson guy.
Yeah.
He's got a firm shake, yeah.
Dude, and
Beware. He'll squeeze your hand out. Yeah.
I can have a bone to pick with you, too, because the mustache, so I saw your videos on American Idol, right? And I saw you from the last 2 years, and you didn't always have it. You were kind of like me. We had a baby face.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you have this firm, like, iconic stash.
Dude.
What's the secret, dude?
It's so crazy you say that because, like, okay, my like day to day, I have like, you know, like a manager and a day to day. My day to day, his name is Ryan.
Okay.
Unbelievable mustache.
Really?
Like, truly.
Is that who's with you today?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Houdini?
Great
Oh,
mustache.
for sure.
You look
Yeah.
at him and you're like, damn.
I feel like the whole crew
that
does.
is a good stash. Yeah, but like, I like never thought I could grow facial hair, and like. The fact that you even said that, dude, genuinely, I'm like trying not to blush right now.
Is there like
That means the world.
No,
to
I
me.
respect it. Like,
Dude.
I hardcore respect it.
But you look like you could definitely like grow a
Dude,
mean stash.
I don't. I promise. It kind of looks like I feel like I'm just like an Italian Luigi. It comes in, but it
You know
doesn't
what?
come in full. You
That's
know?
not always the worst thing.
Yeah. There's no secret though. There's no real secret.
Time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm waiting.
It took a long time for it not to look like I'm in middle school.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah.
That's where mine's at.
Yeah.
Well, before we let you go, I'm sure John is going to feature this next Friday. We got new music coming out next Friday.
Oh,
New song?
yeah. Slow it down. Wait, is that what we're talking
Yes.
Yeah.
about? Okay.
Yes.
And you said
I didn't-
on your
wanted to make sure
Is
TikTok,
there
we're on the same
more?
page.
you've only been writing for a few years, but Slow It Down, you said, is one of the craziest songs you've ever written.
Yeah.
So why is this one different? What's so crazy about it?
Genuinely, like, a lot of the times when I'm in the studio, like, I always like when I was starting, I was always like, what's the craziest chorus I can sing? Like where's the biggest moment this can go? And I kind of like got away from that, but like with this one, it's kind of the opposite. Where like the first verse is the first thing that I wrote to this. Like I wrote it on my piano, and just like literally when I wrote the verse, I was like, dude, I don't know what chorus or what ending to this song is gonna happen, but like this verse is so good that it needs to have something good. So this one actually took a while to sound how it does, and like when you guys hear it, like it took a long time to get there, but like it all started with the first verse. It's like literally my favorite verse I've ever written. Lyrics, melodies, like the way I sung it.
Good enough for me. Yeah.
Yeah. So like, I don't know. That just usually doesn't happen, and it's like such a personal song to me, and like I'm for sure like a big overthinker and like hopeless romantic, and so like Slow It Down to me is like chill.
Yeah.
You know, but like talking to myself. And
Yeah.
so I really do love the meaning of this song and how it sounds and the production, and I'm just very proud of like what it's become.
Yeah.
So truly just like one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, based on the hooks on TikTok, dude. I'm stoked to hear it.
Yeah, we're excited.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Thank you guys
So
for
nice
having
to
me.
meet you.
Lovely to talk to you both.